Everything's fine. Some of the girls feel like automatically I have an advantage over them because I'm awesome and, you know, I totally have it going on.
Click the notification bell so you never miss a post.
What's good, Fraanse Fam? So today I am going to talk about my first wig experience. So this is my very first wig. And I want you guys to know, for my first wiggers out there, I don't think that's a word, but for my first wiggers, I want you guys to know my experience, what I learned, what I'm not going to do again, and what to expect when you're getting your first wig. So let's get started. Let's get into the video, and that's it. Whoo, y'all, it's hot. Lord have mercy. Gosh. Somebody give me a church fan. Thank you. Whew. Maybe this ain't the season for weave. You know what I'm saying? It's summer, about to be summertime. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be burning up with this wig on. Okay, so the first thing that I learned, I know how to make a wig. I've watched videos, but I wanted my first wig to get made by someone else because I just wanted to make sure, you know what I'm saying, it was going to be right, because I done did it, then messed up the hair that I paid for, and I didn't have time for that, so I was just like, yo, I'm going to get somebody else to make it. So I bought my hair from this place locally that sells hair, and it's very inexpensive hair, and it's very good hair at the same time. So I have 14, 16, 18 in my hair, plus a 14 closure. And that was, they do like bundle deals. So the closure was like 60, and then the bundles for the 3 bundles that I have was only like 145. So that's not bad at all. I know it's not bad. And then you have to pay a person to make the wig if you don't want to do it yourself. And that can range. That could be from 150, 100. It's kind of within that range, 150 to 100. And you want to make sure you get the right person to make it. Make sure you follow their work on social media, on their Instagram, and ask people, because you went to somebody that this is their first time making a wig, and you'll be sadly mistaken, and you'll be real mad that your wig came out looking a mess. So don't make that mistake. So since we got through the money thing, another thing that I would definitely recommend is know how your wig's getting made. There are 2 different things. This is a closure wig. A closure is smaller than a frontal. A frontal goes over the whole front of your head, and you can part it, and you got to glue it down. And then that's more expensive. You probably spend about $40 more for a frontal. Whereas with a closure, it's always cheaper, but you can only part a closure one kind of way. You can't part a closure all type of ways and think you're going to flip it this way and that way. No, girl, this is the part, and that's how it's going to stay. You can't decide that tomorrow you want it a different place. You can only tell the wig maker or cosmetologist, whatever, you can only tell him or her that you want it in the middle or on the side. That's it. You can't you can't part it no other kind of. There's 2-part closures and stuff like that. It gets real complicated, but if you have a 1-part closure and it came parted, then it's gonna stay parted like that. And you can only put it in the middle or on the side when your wig is made. So one thing I will say, you can get your wig installed. The girl who I got my wig made by, everything was all inclusive. Putting it in, styling it, making the wig was all inclusive in the price. So I couldn't really argue with that, because if this is your first wig, I would have somebody else make it, and that way they can install it and all of that for you, so you don't come around here looking crazy and then you didn't cut the lace wrong. They're gonna measure your head for you. That way they know. wig makers, if they've done it for a while, they'll just tell you, send them a picture of themselves. And then, I mean, a picture of yourself, and then they can tell from your picture how big your head is, which is crazy. But the girl who I got my hair done by, she told me my head was a normal size, but I never heard my head was normal size before. I only heard it was big, and that's it. So, it all depends on what you want. Since it's summertime, I would suggest getting a mesh cap. I would suggest getting a wig made with a mesh cap so your scalp is breathing. If I'm not mistaken, mine has a dome cap. A dome cap is really tight and it fits on your head. If you're someone that doesn't want to sew down your wig and you just kind of want it tight on your head, a dome cap is the way to go. But if you want to get a mesh kind of dome cap so your hair can breathe in the summertime, I would go that route. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. I can't today. I can't. This is like, you know how it's hot and you can't even focus? Like, you just can't focus. Like, that's how I feel today. So when you go to get your wig installed, they're gonna braid your hair down first. If you don't have a lot of hair, they're gonna put some they're gonna braid some hair into your hair, and then they're gonna braid it all down. She actually sewed my wig down, that way I didn't have to worry about, you know, if somebody decide they want to throw hands, then try to pull my hair off. You know, it's not really gonna work. It's not gonna work. So or if you're somebody that you know you're gonna keep it on for a while, and you know that you're going on vacation and you're not gonna take it off and all that, you can totally get it sewn down. You don't have to just be the type of person to take it off every night, even though that's okay. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to the beach and you want to take your wig off and then put it back on for dinner time, do your thing. But she actually sewed mine down, and she sews it all around the front. She doesn't touch the middle, everything. And she put some type of oil on my scalp, and it felt so good. My scalp was so dry. It was so dry. But I'm trying to remember everything, that way I can give you guys. I wish I knew half this stuff when I first got my first wig. Like, I wish. I've watched videos, but girls don't really tell you what to really expect. Now, one thing I will say is that my braids underneath my wig is like super tight in the front. Like, I don't like people tying braids too tight in the front. Like, you gonna get rid of my edges, and then I'm gonna wake up and I'm not gonna have none, and that's really gonna make me mad, because I ain't got time to be arguing with people about edges. Then I'm gonna have to wear a frontal, which comes with edges. So make sure that everything is taken care of. Make sure your hair underneath is being taken care of. Make sure it's moisturized, oiled, all that good stuff. Make sure you're taking care of that. Make sure you don't have the wig on for too long just because it was sewn down. Make sure it's not on there forever. It's just like a sewing. You can't keep that stuff in your hair forever. And if you don't take care of your hair underneath, it's going to be real dry and brittle, and they're going to have to cut all of it off, which is not fun. So a few of you are probably wondering what type of hair, because for some reason I didn't get on that. But I have the body wave texture in my hair. There's so many different, deep wave, loose wave, straight. I have the body wave. She actually curled my hair, so this is not the pattern. But she curled it. And one thing I would also, another tip, if you take your wig off, you wash it, and you've had it for a while, make sure you mousse the top of your hair, because it might stick up, and any flyaways, it'll lay down. Mousse the top of your hair. Another thing, this is very important, y'all. So if you get your first wig and your part is not the color that you want it to be, or you don't even see your part, but it's there, you're going to take some powder that's your color. And I'm using the Fit Me by Maybelline in the color Toffee, which is 330. Toffee, Toffee, whatever. And then I took a little bitty brush like this and rubbed it in. And I went ahead and put it in the part area to where it can match my skin tone and looks like a part. I'm tired of seeing wigs where ain't no part, it's just black. I don't got time for that. Like, I want to look some type of natural, so you can go ahead and color that in. I was told that powder is better than liquid, so that's why I use powder, but you can use your liquid foundation, whatever. But if you have both, I would try out powder first before I did liquid, because you don't want it sliding down your scalp, and I don't think anybody has time for that. So this video is really for my first time wiggers. Like, if you watching this like, girl, we already know this video ain't for you then, and nobody told you click on it. But if you're a first time wig person, it's your first wig, and you know what I'm saying, you're excited, I hope I answered all of your questions. For those who are wondering, the 18, this is the longest bundle, and it goes to about here. And this is the back as well. And the 14, like I said, I have a 14 closure, and that is about here. And so you can get it layered, you can get it colored, you can do whatever you want to do. Like I said, if you want to choose between a frontal and a closure, by all means. I didn't have time for frontals, and I saw people's scalps getting rid of edges and scalps getting ripped off from these frontals. So I was like, I ain't got time to be playing with no frontal. But they do look beautiful, and they're great for people who don't have edges, no shade. They just look natural, like they grow straight out of your scalp. I didn't want to I didn't want a frontal. I didn't feel like I needed one. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I would be satisfied with a closure. Plus, I was trying to save money, and I didn't have time to be, you know, playing with no frontal, and then it's coming off, and I got to constantly glue it down. And I saw a video where a girl's frontal had the top of her hairline discolored. Like, I ain't got time to be playing with that. I'm sorry. Like, no. I don't like no glue near my edges. I'm sorry. Like, I can't get with that. I can't get with that. So if you like me, you know, maybe the closures for you. Maybe no closures for you. Maybe you want to leave out. But if you get in a wig, you really got to choose. My hardest decision, honestly, and y'all just gonna make y'all laugh. The hardest decision on my first wig was middle part, side part. I swear to God, I text my cousin this morning, and I was like, girl, middle part, side part. She was like, middle part's cool, but side part is classier. And I was like, you know what? I was thinking that. Like, if I go on a job interview, I don't really want those middle part. Like, they're going to be like, oh, she like that. No, people really think like that. People really think if you wear this type of stuff, or you got too many earrings in your ear, and you too edgy. It's like, it's really crazy. So I was like, you know what? Side part. Side part it is. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button at the top. Also, too, don't forget to hit that notification bell at the bottom of this video. So every time I post a video, you will be the first to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.